Going on, guys? We are still locked down, stay at home, all that other stuff, and some people are probably going nuts and trying to figure out what to do with their time. One of the things I enjoy doing is woodworking, but that requires some travel time, and I got to interact with other people to be able to do this. So I'm very cautious as to what I do, what I say, and what I put out. Now, if you can hear in the background, it's kind of windy out right now. I don't want to move anything outside today. What I do want to cover is some of the basics for anybody to get involved with doing something, just to break up the time and maybe find a hobby that you enjoy. So this is going to be broken down into a few segments, and then I'll do other videos with other segments later. So without further ado, let's get down to basic number one. All right, so the first step, honestly, the first step is you got to do a little bit of research. You got to find like a project you want to do, or maybe you got an idea in your head and you want to build that. So, I mean, you're going to have to make a trip to the store and get some wood. Now, you can get some really nice finished wood, or you can go ahead and go to a lumber yard. Now, unfortunately, a lot of them are closed right now, and get some unfinished wood and then clean it up. But that's another video. But you need wood. You're going to need lots of it. And then you need some kind of idea of what you're going to be building, right? So now that you have the materials and you have a plan laid out, the next step is very crucial. Very crucial. You're going to stare at the wood. You're going to stare at your plans. You're going to grab yourself a beverage. And you're just going to a couple times. Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be mint when I'm done. God damn, I can't wait to get started on this. Step one completed. Welcome back. We are going to the next installment. Now, most of you have probably run a saw at some point, but the most important piece of information I can give you before you start cutting anything is the measure twice, cut once philosophy. I sometimes struggle with that. I've gotten better over time because there's a few tricks that you can, kind of help remind yourself to do that. But the fact still remains, you just want to be very precise. You have all your measurements already what you need to be cutting. So when it's time to actually start piecing some of these pieces together, and then you realize that they're not going to work because you fucked up the measurement. Fuck it, I give up. So, if you're still following along at this point with all the instructions I've given you, you have something that looks like this. A couple pieces that are edge glued together with pocket hole screws for reinforcement. What we need to do now is to sand everything to a nice smooth finish before we add any protective finishes. Now you can do everything by hand if you want it to be more like, manly or whatever the excuse is, but a palm sander is always going to work best. I got my palm sander and I have 120 grit sandpaper on it to really smooth everything out. The trick with this is to always let the palm sander do the work. Never apply a lot of pressure. I'll show you. Let it come to a full stop before you put it down. That way you don't mar the surfaces up. And now what you can do is take a look at that project you're doing so far. Grab yourself a beverage. God damn, that's going to be one hell of a smooth piece of wood. I love it.